November 26th, 2020, at 2:35 a.m. on Thanksgiving. I was pulling into a gas station to get some gas and maybe a cup of coffee. I slowed down as I pulled onto the lot because I saw a guy walking up to the trash cans by the pumps. He was looking in them. I figured he was looking for some aluminum or something he could get for money. I watched him for a minute, and then I looked up towards the store. I noticed the gas station's employees were on the sidewalk watching the guy too. He didn't appear to be taking the trash out of the can, putting it on the ground as a lot of people do when they're picking trash. I figured he wasn't going to be a problem, so I began to pull up to the pump so I could fill up. As I tried pulling up to the pump, the guy walks right in front of my cruiser as if he had no clue I was there. He stood in my way and began looking through the trash can at the pump that I was about to use. I started to become annoyed, so I inched forward slowly. I wanted to make my presence known. The guy didn't even flinch. He just kept going through the trash can. At this point, my front bumper was only a few inches away from him. I could see very clearly what he was doing. The guy was carefully pulling food packages out of the can, opening them, and then putting them back. It became clear he was looking for something to eat. He finished picking through the can at my pump, looked up and saw me, and then he quickly moved out of the way and started walking towards the sidewalk out by the street. I hopped out of the cruiser and I called the male over. He became defensive and apologized, saying he wasn't going to be any trouble and he was careful not to make a mess. I looked at him, knowing the answer, and I said, "What are you looking for in that trash can?" At first he replied, "Nothing." Then he looked down at the ground and he said, "I was hoping to find some food." I told him to have a seat over on my bumper and wait for me to come back. I walked into the store and I picked out the biggest Italian sub I could find. I paid for it and I walked back out to the man. He took the sandwich and he said thank you and wished me a happy Thanksgiving. He then asked if I had to work during the holiday. I told him that I was in fact working Thanksgiving. He looked at me with this look of pity in his eye. He said, "I'm sorry that you have to work during the holidays." There's a lot that goes on that people don't see, and it really puts into perspective the things we have to be thankful for.